I've got to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
So these three.
I want to do lion's mane.
Yeah, so these three, this is my beginning. I have an oyster mushroom, so this is, you just have to put them in buckets. You can put them in anything. And I bleached them, cleaned the buckets, cleaned this, and you got to just keep it moist. And I'm trying, you want to keep bugs out. But generally, I don't, hopefully the bugs aren't going to mess with it. But if they do, then I'm going to have to figure out another plan. But this is just sawdust. This is oak. I believe this was oak, and I get that from him because he does all that.
Sweet, yeah.
He does all that stuff out there. So it's real clean, and it was really fresh, which is what you need for mushrooms because you don't want anything else already in it.
Where's your mushrooms?
Right here.
Oh, you're growing them in the... Oh, okay.
My mushroom cultures are right here. So
Okay.
I don't have mushrooms yet because I just started it this week.
Are they going to grow in there?
They're supposed to if I
Okay.
did it right. So I don't know. This is my very first attempt.
The only thing I've seen mushroom-wise is they fill the wood chips in the bag and they poke the holes and then they
Yes.
culture them.
Right, and that's what Mushroom Man does over in South Carolina on Mushroom Mountain.
Right.
So I got his book. I'd had his book a couple of years, and I've seen him, at other conferences and stuff. But I got to hear him
YouTube
talk.
channel, What the Fungus. Check it
Yes,
out. Have you
that
seen
may
it?
be him.
Oh, I don't
Mushroom
know.
Man.
Oh, no. I don't
Mushroom
think
Man
so.
sounds almost as good.
I've never heard
Well, he's
Mushroom
the-
Mountain or Mushroom Man.
Mushroom Mountain is the name of his business, and it's in South Carolina.
Okay.
I call him Mushroom Man. I don't know if
Yeah.
there's, because I can't think of his real name.
What the Fungus is pretty good.
What the
Yeah.
Fungus? Yeah, that's a YouTube channel. It's really
Yeah.
good. He goes into great things. He's like, it's a processing plant.
Yeah.
He's got, big steel buildings full
Yeah.
of mushrooms racked up.
It may be the same guy, but where is he?
I'm not sure where he is. I've
Yeah,
only-
he may
only
be the
seen a
same
couple of
guy.
It's
videos.
hard to tell on YouTube.
Yeah, it may be the same guy. So I'm going to start showing you my solar stuff.
DC?
This is Sundancer, yes.
Okay.
And we made it into a freezer. It was a refrigerator.
Oh, really? You can do
And it was like
really good.
$800.
Yeah.
So we got a different refrigerator, which I'll show you in a minute, which is a Sun Frost.
I'm curious. These seem to have good, warranties on them.
I'm telling you,
because
we've
you're
had
spending
this.
some money on
We've
them
had
when
this
you get
sucker
a
for
DC.
11 years,
Really?
and now it's a freezer, and nothing's happened to it.
That's awesome.
All we had to do was put a $35 thermostat in it to change it into a freezer. That's all
Really?
Tim did. Yep.
Okay.
So we made it into a freezer. And yes, and I don't know if it's on DC now. I think it is.
But it's beautiful though that you
Yes.
can just put it on the back of the truck,
Yep.
load up, and you're
But
off.
now we do something different because we bought a freezer from Lowe's, which was a lot cheaper. It was only $125, and we turned it
DC?
into a refrigerator. And that's down at my tiny house, and I'll show that to you in a minute.
How did you do that? Just convert... You're converting?
Tim knows how to do all that. He's
Okay.
got a little wire coming down
But it was a
Okay.
DC
inside.
freezer.
No,
when
it
you
was
bought it.
regular AC
Oh,
from
okay.
Lowe's. But he may have changed. I don't know. I'd have to ask him. We can ask him if he changed it to DC or not.
Okay.
Let me show you our batteries. So this is our current battery system right here.
Is this the whole farm you're powering with this?
No, this is only these two buildings.
Okay.
And so we started here with 4 panels on the roof. And you'll see them up there. Now there's 6 across, but we only had 4. And it was like $3,500. So we had a $250 inverter, like a boat inverter.
Oh, okay.
And we had a charge controller of $100. And then the batteries at that time were, we bought Trojans, and they were golf cart batteries.
Yeah.
So they were like $75 or $100 a piece.
This is a while ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was several years ago. This is when we first got here because I had no money. I had just become a physician, but I was working as a resident. You don't make anything
Yeah.
as a resident. I paid cash as I went, so I wouldn't owe anything. I did owe for the land, paid it off in 3 or 4 years, so I have no debt, period.
That's
None.
awesome.
So you have a lot more freedom when you have no debt. So we just started building gradually. So we built this, built this pole barn, mainly to put our tractor in, because the tractor could come in here and go out that door. Well, now you see we've just built these 2 walls. Now nothing can go through here because we ended up not using it for that.
Yeah.
We built a tractor barn down the hill, and we did pull a car in here a time or two, but he hates working on cars, so we don't do. We just said let's make it into more usable space. So this was a pole barn, and he didn't have time to really build me a place to live, like a little cabin. So he said, let me just put a little apartment type thing right here in the corner, and we'll use the rest for the shop. So you'll see that in a second. So our first batteries were like these. I think these are like Trojans right here. These are
6 volt.
yeah, these are Trojans. And now these came off our golf cart because I accidentally bought a new golf cart, which we needed, and they had, anyway, we messed up on the batteries. We had brand new batteries on one cart. I thought I could put them on the other cart, and I couldn't because they were different systems. So I think the other cart is 24 or something. We couldn't swap them over. Or they were, I think they were 24s. But anyway, so now we got all these batteries we're trying to keep, good.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we'll use them here and there in other applications if we need to. Right now, we just haven't had a need for them. So he's got them charging on some panels that are up on the roof. There's 2 panels up there that he keeps these charged. And, if we need them, we can use them. And I eventually may, down when I build a goat barn, I may need them down there.
Yeah.
So, but these batteries, he was telling me, I was just learning about them yesterday. They're really expensive. They're about $700 or $800 a piece. But these batteries I forget, these were about $300 or $400 a piece. And you see all of them have these 3 cells. Well, those cells, one cell goes down, the whole battery's dead. This one cell goes down, you replace the cell. I didn't know that until yesterday. So we do have these batteries we have down in our other powerhouse, which I'll take you and show you in a little bit. And they're one cell starting to go bad in one of our batteries. And that means the whole system may end up having to be replaced. Because it powers my house down there.
Yeah.
And you can't replace one battery. You end up having to replace the whole thing.
Wow.
Which is a bummer. These batteries were his brother's and they're dead. Completely dead.
These.
Yeah, but they're almost 15 years old.
Okay, good.
So they lasted, a long time. But my other batteries, we can probably milk that one cell for a good long time, maybe a year or 2. We were just talking about yesterday what we need to do, and we'll probably put these down there, but we'll have to double the system. We'll have to have, instead of 4, we'll have to have 8, and you'll have to rearrange down there. But it will give me the ability, we can add panels, add a
How
charge
much
controller.
are these? 500, 600 bucks?
No, they're about 800, almost. They'll be 1,000 by the time we replace them. Possibly.
I can't see.
But they should last 20 years. And when we put all this in, we've already paid for it. We've already paid for our systems.
Is it
With
all
no
lead
power.
acid?
Do what?
It looks like lead acid. Is that not what they are?
I think so. They're regular batteries.
Okay,
They're just
different
they're-
configuration. Yeah.
Yes. So when we first started buying panels 11 years ago, they were really expensive. Now they're super cheap. So instead of $250 a panel, they're like $50 a panel.
Wow. I
Yeah,
didn't
they
know they're that
come
low
way
now.
down for a lot more power and a better panel.
Yeah.
So
Batteries are coming way down too. I mean, you said $800 a piece for those.
well, they maybe.
You know,
So we hadn't
Tesla
bought
sells
any.
a lithium ion.
Yeah, I was going to say you can get lithium ion for that.
15.
Yeah, so we're we know the technology's improving as we
Okay.
go.
Right.
So that's why we're milking those, and then we're going to see what we're going to
Gotcha,
do, which
gotcha.
kind of battery we'll replace it with.
How about a power wall from Tesla? I mean,
I know.
that's what's that? What was your quote the other day? 1,000?
$1,000
Yeah, but
for
see,
15 kilowatt hours of storage.
see the thing about this is I'd have to buy 8 of these, which would be $8,000 right
Yeah,
now.
that's why I
So
mentioned.
yeah, it might
8.
Tesla may be a better thing.
Yeah.
But right now, I think I have to ask Tim, but I think we have 4 kilowatts, maybe more, 4 or 5 kilowatts on the farm.
That's a lot of juice.
Yeah, so we have a good bit. I think it's 4
Storage or panels?
Yeah,
panels.
Panels. Okay.
Panels.
4 kilowatts of.
4 kilowatts of
They're
power.
probably just short on batteries.
Yeah, I mean, these are full in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And the others are full pretty quick. So we can do things in the daytime, like run an air conditioner, some in the daytime. We can charge up the golf cart. You
Yeah.
know, we can run power tools, and there's still plenty for the night. Or even a few days if it's cloudy and that kind of thing.
Right.
So, but anyway, so we have 2 systems, 2 big systems, and the trees are I'll show you in a minute, but there's some panels down there, and right here, if you look out here, out this door, here's the panels for this house.
Yeah.
But there's also some on the roof.
Right.
I like the solar clothes drying.
Yeah.
I really
you
do
can't-
like it.
you
I like
can't-
it better
I love
fried
to
that
hang
way.
my clothes out. I'm a freako. I like to line everything up, all my socks and underwear. Tim makes fun of me. But anyway, he doesn't, as you can see. He just throws them on there. But I line I match my socks. I match all.
You think that's funny? My mom's got a picture that she took of Don. How he hung his clothes out on the line one time. It was like
That is a lie. That is a lie. I've never seen this picture. It's the first I've heard of this.
Are you the
I've
oldest?
seen it. Yeah, I'm the oldest.
See, yeah.
He's the middle one.